Hello, everybody. I am Paul with many voices, and welcome back to Prison Architect going green. I haven't done anything yet since the last episode, where, of course, I finished the secret grant of whatchamacallit, government bailout. Here it is. A grant that you rarely ever see, but it's definitely grant worthy. Today I want to change two particular rooms. At least change them in the fact that they now are no longer part of the staff room, but they are so-called staff canteens. And how do you create a staff canteen? It's by having a canteen, and then in deployment, designating it to staff only. Also, I noticed this wasn't, this wasn't staff only. None of this was staff only. Now the canteen is staff only, so this is now a staff canteen. And yes, I have to manually do all of that. This is gonna remain properly for now, and now I'm gonna have to set this back to staff only, staff canteen as well. Okay. Now the reason I'm doing this staff canteen thing is I want my staff to only eat here or there. As I loaded up the map, I noticed that one armed guard and one sniper went over here, as I need to move this chair over to here apparently. But one sniper and one armed guard came into the... actually, I don't think I need this at all. I'm gonna dump all these chairs. They came into this security area, or area that is staff only, with all of the security stuff. And they had their break here. And I didn't want that. So, I've also noticed in a separate playthrough that I'm doing in my own time, which you will see the fruits of the labor later down the line, is that I had a staff-only area with some chairs, and staff would eat there, rather than go to the staff room. So hopefully with the staff canteen, now our staff will actually eat here. Okay. Lastly, I'm gonna... It's not really a mandatory thing, but... Thank you. I was about to say, can I please select a door? Gonna set a door over to... Oh, I see. I cannot. Because of that. Then again, having 4 hand dryers for 3 toilets is a little too much. So, learn my lesson. Don't be doing that. And now, there, and there. Perfect. We started work on the farms. I haven't done any of the grants, and we have... Oh dear. I think I know what this is. A high-profile gang case has implicated that one of our minimum security prisoners is a high-ranking gang leader. They've remained under the radar, but now everybody knows who they are. Fun fact, I don't think that this prison runs with gangs. So, what has happened... This guy has become a legendary prisoner, extremely strong, extremely tough, extremely volatile, stoical, extremely deadly, fearless, extremely quick, an instigator, an expert fighter, a swimmer, a dealer, and a foodie. They just gave him all of the negative traits and be like, okay, have fun with this guy. Now, if I had gangs, this wouldn't mean that this guy would be instantly a gang leader. because gang leaders will need to spawn from outside of the map. So, yeah. Because this guy is now known as an instigator, which I still think is the worst kind of gator, I'm gonna give him permanent lockup. He's gonna be violent beyond belief, Mr. Duncan France. He still needs to sit here for 32 years. A couple of other sentences he didn't plead guilty to that he hasn't sit out yet. But I wanted to showcase the swimmer trait. This prisoner is no stranger to water. Unlocks the ability to swim by simply entering water. Prisoners are unable to swim indefinitely, though. Meaning that if I were to do that, have this guy on the island-bound prison, then he would actually try to escape by swimming. And eventually, if the distance was too great, then he would just drown. So, yeah. Okay. We have a shakedown scheduled. In the meantime, we're still working towards green energy goal number 8. And I don't think we're gonna finish that today either. No, not by a long shot. 10 in-game days. Oh well. I've decided that I'm not gonna be using these just yet. Not yet. I want my farmers to focus fully on this area. As well, something I've decided to do, because it's not really gonna matter that much in terms of how things look, but more how things operate. I'm going to be extending the fruit orchards all the way up to the wall. And 4. And over here as well. Down to here. Because this will allow me to plant one more row of trees. 1, 2, 3, 4. Splendid. Let's see. I think I had the apple trees planted down here. So going green apple trees. What I'll do is I'll cancel. And then... that doesn't work. Because this has to be grass as well. Well, back to the drawing board. And then... let's not do that then. I thought I could, but it would only work on the southern end. But since that would make it not symmetrical, I'm not going to. Okay. So this goes back like that. And I do hope that my gardeners will hurry up with this. Let's see. We're working on the Inmate Nutrition Research. Of course. In the meantime, I think it's time to showcase something in logistics. Namely, the crop distribution. What I will say is that all of the farming fields are exports only. That's why I have them close to the edge here, close to the door. Excuse me. I felt that burp coming on. That's kind of finicky on how to select it properly. You have to do this manually for everything. So, this is going to be fully exports. I know that this is a farming field. And though I'm not gonna use it just yet, I'm gonna set it up to this as well. Okay, then. For the fruit orchard, which I apparently didn't cancel. No, I didn't. Not these, at least. Give me a second. Yoink! Like so. And does that mean that in deployment I will have to redeploy or reset this? Okay, and that means that I will have to do that too. Good. Everything is as it should be. Splendid. Okay. Back into logistics. The fruit orchards and the vegetable allotments, they can be split up in between the kitchens, the pantries, and the exports. As I've mentioned, I want all of my staff only farming stuff to be fully exports. So eventually you're gonna see that perhaps this exports is gonna be way too small. And if that happens to be the case, so be it. It's just a very slow and tedious work. See? Trying to click it, trying to select it, and it just doesn't want to do it. Okay, that takes care of the southern half. Now let's go to the northern half. And for some reason, it's the unnecessary search that people weren't too happy with. Now, I don't know if I had a lot of contraband. I wasn't paying attention to that this time. But I thought it's at night, so we'll do a little search. And we hear some tasers going off in the background. Come on. And the last. There we go. Now, as for the fruit orchards, although it's not a functional one just yet, you can set them to the kitchen, and sadly, holding shift while trying to select where stuff goes doesn't work. Unlike with hooking up whatchamacallit, the phone booths to the phones and the visitor booths or the CCTV cameras to the CCTV monitors and such. That doesn't work. So what I'll do now is I'll set a bit to the pantry and one more bit to the pantry. And then this too, please, please, please. Thank you. And that to the pantry. Thank you. And also a little bit to the exports. And there. Now, how does this work? In this view with logistics and crop distribution, you go to a particular field and you right click. This shows up. And I'm gonna say that I want only 5% to exports of everything. So we'll set this solid. This means that I can no longer touch this. I can switch this around to say like 40% to the kitchen, solid. 40% to the kitchen, solid, and then 7% will go into storage. But I thought I made them pantries. No, they're storage. I thought I made them pantries, because they were supposed to be pantries. So we'll make them pantries. Now, probably it has been messed up, indeed. So you can also set it to storage, but it was supposed to be pantry. So now I'm gonna have to redo that again, but it's just 2 for the pantries. And as you can see already, the level of contraband is out of control again. Just had this. So once again, 5% to the pantry, 40% to the kitchen, and 7% to that. As for this, same idea. Exports will be 5%. And this will be 40%. No, 40. And this will be 40%. Perfect. And I think you can. That will be a no. So I'm trying to see if my farming field can also be hooked up to the pantry, and that's a no. So that means that exports is 100%. So, once I do eventually get my prisoners to work in the farming field, in the fruit orchard, and in the vegetable allotment, what they will produce, 40% will go to this kitchen, 40% will go to that kitchen, 5% will go to the exports, and the rest will be split up to these between these pantries. And the rest, all of this, is pure and pure exports. Money. I'm still waiting for my prisoners to... we've already started on it. License plates. So it'll take 1, maybe 2 more days. And then the grant for prison manufacturing facility will be done. Oh. I thought I could have perhaps a load of 500. Kitchen safety, hygiene. Now, there have been a couple of updates. So, turns out that a lot of stuff was reset. And now I'm gonna have to do that manually myself. So, we'll do this and not this, but this. Kitchen shared will be in the afternoon. This and farm work safety. Actually, like so. Parole shared. Not spiritual guidance over here and over here. Yeah, I think the developers tried to fix something and then break something else entirely. So I'll have a bit of flower therapy and behavioral therapy in the morning for now. Not this. I meant flower therapy. Behavioral therapy in the morning. Infirmary. Pharmaceutical in the afternoon. Or in the evening. And then alcoholics. And the rest is parole. Oh dear. This reminds me that probably in another prison where I have a lot of stuff, I'm gonna have to reset all of this as well. And I'm not looking forward to it. There. And as you can see, now it'll work. So, Let's do another shakedown. Because I can. We are getting no new prisoners tomorrow. But 19 prisoners are up for parole because, thanks to the update, the parole rooms were broken. And sadly, the chairs over here have been removed, so that my staff won't come over here and have a break. And sadly also that means that, again, the foundation education, which, since people are interested, I'll throw in another one here, and I'll throw more farm work safety over here. I'm doing a shakedown. You don't need to tell me that the levels are out of control. I know that. And I'm really pleased to see how effective this is. And that gets me thinking, look at this. You've got 40 corn, and 24 corn, and more 40 corn. We've got exports, and barley. Look at this. That's money right there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna sell this so that the truck can leave. And that's about $761 in exports. That previously, before this, you wouldn't have. Well, the only parts of exports would be the license plates and the eventual bets that you get from the carpentry apprenticeship, as well as the logs that you would have from your forestry or your other trees that you cut down. So yeah. Okay, so we've done the 2 days worth of low quantity, low variety. So now I'm gonna switch it up to 3 meals of high variety, high quantity. So we'll do it like this, and then throw in an hour of lockup here. So starting today, my inmates will receive 2 days of really high quantity, high variety meals. And what does that mean for the... Oh, we had our first death. No windows. Ah, yeah. No windows because I have them. So, now my canteens are 10 out of 10. But I had a death. Proper... Yeah, okay, I figured as much. There's a thing called guard response that I've never used. Guard response will take all available guards in the area. Oh, Mr. France. You just punched a guard dead. And for this, I have armed guards. Question, where is he? Armed guard, armed guard, armed guard, you. Oh, you killed a dog. No, not Tim Blake. Armed guard is pissed off. Okay, he's already, yeah. So what does this mean? Solitary for 6 hours, as well as that. And sadly, my first instance of having to replace some staff. And you did nothing to him. I'm sorry. However, I'm gonna do something nasty. I don't want this guy in my prison anymore. And because he murdered somebody, or 3 people, or 2 people and a dog, that means he's gonna get 25 years additionally to every murder. So he was serving about 32 years, and now he's serving an additional 75 years for a total of plenty. Over 100 years. So yeah. I have 15 workmen. I think I'm gonna hire one more armed guard. And one more dog handler. Just in case. Now look at all the contraband I'm finding. I've got some corn seeds for the fields. Poor doggy. Poor doggy. Okay. Where was my solitary? Here or there? So it seems that my guards really aren't doing their job. And this is why I wanted to remove my chairs. Because of all the food trays. Oh, what's going on here? Mr. Trist. I think I'm gonna have to hire 10 more guards. I thought I would have enough, but I don't. And with 10 extra guards, that also means that I need guard taser certification, but I can't do it like that. I would need to properly schedule that if the game would allow me to. There. Now look at all this wheat. And no, I'm not talking about weed. Wheat. How many cooks do I have? Adding 2 more. 4 more. Because nowadays, apparently, right-clicking also constitutes for left-clicking. Now let's see, where is our buddy? Nowhere to be seen. Oh, here he is. Already causing more trouble? Armed guard, have a look-see, please. Here you are. There. So, already he's trying stuff. Now this is probably just contraband being flung over. And look at all that extra contraband. This is just silly. Honestly. I hope they find a way to rebalance this, because all of that extra drink doesn't make it fun anymore. And I do hope that my inmates start working in the workshop again. Do we have carpentry apprenticeship? No. Nobody's interested in that just yet. So, Mr. France, what I'm gonna do, once this door is sorted out, there we go. I'm actually going to kill you this way. You are not a prisoner that we want. Now, compost bin. I was curious. No. You need to place these outside. Okay. But what I did want to do. Floodlights. Just to make this place a little more nicer. Just the staff-only zone. For the prisoners, they don't need the light because they don't work at night. And I do think the other guys, the farmers, do. So, yeah. As you can see, you do. You missed one shakedown, and all of a sudden you've got hell to pay with all of the extra contraband. It's not really fun anymore. Right. Well, it's been a interesting development. To a point where I have to lock somebody up permanently in solitary and let him die, because he doesn't get any food this way. What I also could do... my armory is there. What I also could do, for instance, I want deployment, I want patrols, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then say armed guard patrol 2, 3, 4, 5, and then temporarily remove this one, and that one, and that one, and that one. And then say free fire. And then say lock open. And then the moment that he starts to go, he's gonna get shot. Or are you now intimidated? I mean, you did serve your 6 hours of oh, no. End punishment for you. Permanent solitary. So, we'll fix this in the next episode. So, in the meantime, I am quickly going to set this back to like this. And like this. And then armed guard patrols. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, a few changes here and there. Staff canteens to make sure that the staff only eats here and there. Lights are going to be placed. As you can see, this already looks a little nicer. Hopefully, eventually, my staff will pick up the pace when it comes to planting the stuff. I definitely haven't overdone it with the farming just yet. Though, I say screw it. We'll hire a few more. like 3 for each field, and then as a matter of fact, I can set that in deployment, where I will say prioritize janitor, prioritize farmer. One here, one here, one here. So theoretically, this means that I should have one farmer at all times available for each of these fields, and then the rest will just share their duties all over the place like that. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. It helps out a great deal. I am the one with many no sorry, I'm still getting used to it. I am Paul with many voices. I thank you all for watching, and I see you all next time. Goodbye.